It'd be nice if you could use the water mod and make lava that as soon as you touched it or blocks, it would burn it and break it apart. Hello all, D-Swing here, and this episode I am going to be looking at, well, some of the mods that we're using in the Survival series. First up, I'm going to be looking at the planet mods that we're using for the system. Now, first off, in this world, I have loaded a skybox by Doctor. It's the light show skybox, and it was shown off in Keen's January spotlight, I believe. Either January or December. They're off by a month sometimes. Now, another thing that I'm going to be trying to avoid, I bring this up, we have artifacts. We have a temple, 3 temples on each planet for us to find. So, hopefully I don't spoil myself with this. Now, there's something like 30 artifacts, not 30 planet objects in this map, and I built this using the star system generator, and I will show next episode how the generator works. I felt that showing off the planets that are here first made more sense. So, the big one of the system is this gas giant. It is overvent, and I should add that the system spawner allows you to override the maximum size of planets. Overvent is the largest planet in the system at 1,000 kilometers. It's really nice, it's huge, it comes with the rings, and yeah, its presence is felt. Now, there is an asteroid belt that I queued in, and a ring around one of the planetoids. I believe it's Kumi, which is a moon pack. Other mods that we are using include the water mod. Some of these planets do have water. So, with that, I'm not sure what size I told it, because my size sheet I edited afterwards when we couldn't get the thing to run. I thought maybe it was because we had that big boy in it, but it turned out that we had a couple of planets that caused an infinite loading bug, and I had overlooked that somehow. So we had Imok, Unji. Unji is another gas giant type. I believe its core is ice, though.
Critical.
Hush. We have Oster, which has an atmosphere. It looks kind of cool. It's mostly rocky, but I do love looking through the atmospheres and seeing the gas giant above. So, this one's, it makes me think Venus. Very noisy, though. It has its own audio, which is somewhat noisy. Okay, let's keep going. So, that was Oster, Fentaarie. This is kind of a Mars-like, why I put it in there. It had collection of ice on top. Let's not go inside. Come on, cooperate. But it's another rocky, craggy, thin atmosphere planet. Or planetoid. No life that we know of. It could be fun to explore. But most planets are going to be boring. Because most planets aren't going to have life, basically. Until another very nice planet. Have I broken something? There we go. It's got this very black atmosphere when you get close. And let's go to the surface. It's got these big flat plains in the valleys and fairly tall mountains. And I thought that would be fun for like flying, building things down on the planet. It gives us plenty of construction areas, different challenges. So, Neru. Okay, Neru's another gas giant body. I think the two gas giants are 360 kilometers across. This Cascadia is Lava Planet. It's our Mustafar. It's very dark. Let's go to the side where the sun's shining so we can see how much light gets through the atmosphere. Pretty good. The lava is just texture only. It is, at least last time I checked, it was texture only. It's just a fancy colored rock, but it looks pretty good. It'd be nice if you could use the water mod and make lava that as soon as you touched it or blocks, it would burn it and break it apart. I don't know if that's possible or not, but it would be cool. And if any of y'all know the mod author, ping that idea at them. Because that would be really cool to have an actual lava in Space Engineers. So, alright. Let's move on from Cascadia. Or Caldera. Cascadia is a different one. Salona, it's an ice planet, basically, or moon. It's got some greenery on it. This is a pretty good sized planet. Got greenery, got some ice. It's not quite Hoth, but we can play with it. We have plenty of green space. It's gonna be cold. Also, it's got a great view between that rocky ringed world and the gas giant over there. This is a fantastic view. Or at least I think so. And there's Caldera.
No energy.
Yes, I know. No energy. Geron. This is one we thought was going to be an issue, but it wasn't. And this is a planet that we have a lot of orbitals on. But it's I gotta control shift. It's got quite the gravity. 3 gravities. It's gonna be tough to get off. A lot of the larger planets have heavier gravities. this is... If you want more information, I will link all of their pages in the description. If not, when you see it, then at some point later today. Alright. Huron. Another rock body. Ceratos. An icy Atmo body. With rocky outcroppings. But that view, that right there is mostly why I put it in, was the view over the hills when the sun's up. It kind of blocks out everything in the sky. But when night comes, it's a very clear sky. Almost like there's no atmosphere. Errant, another dark atmosphere planetoid, but it's all very rocky, very moon-like. Okay, now we have Quan, which is just this tiny... Oh, I like the tracer lines there. Tiny roid moon that has had an impact with something. Something hit it. Now this one is a little more complex. This is Terralus. It's the city planet. It uses the water mod. We've got audio like there's a city going on. Trees are these billboards that have things on them, or the antenna here. That's what the trees on the planet will look like, and it's got this jumbly mess of a structural texture here to make things look kind of building-like. And I can understand that putting texture on things, custom texture, is going to be rough. Also, the planet is best at 19 kilometers, which is what this is at. And this, two things I had thought of: building a boat and just zipping through the city would be fun. The other is building transatmospheric fighters and flying along in the city. And hopefully not getting ourselves wiped out doing so. But yeah, that one's kind of fun. But it is a mess, and it is a little chunky. Or makes your system a little chunky. Okay. Alright, our first of our habitable planets that I put in.
Fuel critical.
This is Gaia. And it was on the front page when I was building this.
No energy.
Shut up, Sue. I wonder if I just come over here, teleport my body down there somewhere, if it'll stop complaining. But yes, Gaia, it's an Earth-like, no seas, just a lot of, well, rolling hills, some sand in places, Not huge deserts. Some ice, some mountains. It's kind of this rolling... Well, I think it's a nice little planetoid. Yeah. And it's got some stripes and rings for ice in places. It feels very... Like, some parts feel out of place, like this stripe, unless there's some secret on the planet. They feel a little squared off, but otherwise, I mean, it's solid. I like. Alright. Now... Oh, I'm alt-tabbing, not... There we go. Third. Gaia. And now Cascadia. Cascadia is... Well, it's a ringed planet. It's rocky. It's got some really pretty territory on it. Like, the ground is really pretty looking. And it's got these awesome looking clouds in the sky. But there's no... As far as I've found, there's no greenery down here. So wait. That's because it's all reddery. Okay, it's basically the alien planet. Oh god, spiders on here. It's been about a month and, well, 2 months now since I built this system, and I haven't looked at some of the planets in that amount of time. So, I'm sorry if I misspeak on a few things, but yeah, red planet, Cascadia. Really pretty mountains. Horton's tree. Or is it the Lorax's tree all by itself? We'll go to 10. Yuri. Another rocky roid. Asteroid, not rocky roid, but moon is basically what we grabbed here. And my machine is not happy with me jumping all over this planet, this system, while recording and everything else. So, next up is Overvent in the list. We've already talked about it. Tulani. It's... I fat-fingered the controls. Yay. Okay. Just a rocky moon with an atmosphere. But is very pretty. Okay. This... Oh, shit. Is very small. Urna. I believe this one is the 3-kilometer... well, smaller than 3-kilometer planetoid. This is like the recommended size that it spawns at, so it's frickin' tiny. I don't know why it recommended is that small, but
Fuel critical.
Yeah, mod,
No
buried
energy.
temples that we're supposed to find artifacts. There are the artifacts for this rock. Yay. I'm not going in the temples because I don't want to, be cheaty. But that's going to be fun when everybody else finds it in the survival series. Alright, next, Aquarius. This is a world that I have played before. It's the primary one that needs the water mod. This is the world that Dano and I played on for a little bit. He was hosting, and there are some complications if you're hosting a planet or a world that you have to be able to figure out how to do. And those complications hit. I couldn't explain what needed to be done well enough for people to understand, and a lot of our stuff got lost. Well, specifically, a lot of my stuff got lost, and I kind of wanted to stop really investing time when I couldn't recover any of my things. But that playthrough, both our ships crashed to the bottom of this ocean, and we had to escape. That was fun. But it's mostly a water world. Next planet. Alright, now Orcus. Another one that was on the front page close to when we started this. Main reason I grabbed it is we're all a bunch of D&D players, and Orcus is a scary god in D&D. But we've got water here, ice. It's kind of a proper... That was a weird circle I saw. It's got continents, relatively good-sized continents, and ocean. And pretty good sky. It's got some shallow islands on it. The continents are not very tall. You have some more Arbuckle Mountain level mountains. I also believe this one's a little bigger than standard spawn, so I think that's the Gaia over there. Okay, this is another moon. It's KL. I'm not sure which mod pack it came out of. A lot of the moons come with an associated planet, and I don't have that memorized. But it's an icy, rocky world. Okay. Next planet. Balcor. It stuck out to me because Balcora, but it's another icy, rocky planet, but I liked the atmosphere. Even with the sun on it, it is dark. It is gloomy. We can see the ring world on it, and it's very difficult. I like this kind of spookiness, and I think this one would be fun to explore, especially if there's like critters that come after us. Hint. That's other things that I will talk about in other mods. So, next planet. Okay, this is Kimmy, which is... It kind of looks like an asteroid. There's a research station that we dropped on it. This is one of only 2 locations with a large number of asteroids in the system. Okay? You have this, and then somewhere, hopefully not inside the gas giant, is about 100 kilometer long, so about 1/10 the size of the the gas giant asteroid line. But one of the things, I don't know if we'll hear it if we get close enough. The Geiger counter noise on Kimmy. So we'll have to try and find that, which it's going to be tough to find this in the game. Our luck is going to be, the mod that gives us the temples. It also puts in NPC spawners, or spawned things in their inventory, data sheets that have the GPS locations for some of the temples. So if we find the one that has Kimmy on it, we find the asteroid, and then we find so that could save us. Next planet. Okay, this is Benoi. It's another rocky moon with some ice on it. Very simple. And Hakui. It's more of an icy moon with some rocks on it. But that's pretty much the collection of planets and moons that we have. It's a total of 17 mods. Well, actually, there's one more thing. Somewhere around the 0 point is a nebula. You can't really see it because of the background that I put in it. Plus, you could barely see it without it. So, these are the planets, some of the environmental mods, and I will be using basically these mods to discuss the planetary generation mod in my next behind the scenes video. So, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you want to find out more, go ahead, hit subscribe, and we'll go through next setup. So, until then, bye-bye.